One of the big reasons, I think, or maybe one of the, yesterday I said what some of the biggest reasons were why people don't succeed, right? Well, one of the big ones also is when I ask somebody, I say, so you joined your company, right? And they say, yeah. And I say, well, are you excited about it? Are you excited to see this thing grow? And they'll say things like, I sure hope so. Or do you think you'll be successful in your home-based business? Man, that sure would be nice. And it's this I sure hope so, kind of like it's a potluck. And my immediate response to people is, well, do you treat your current job the same way? And they'll say, what do you mean? I say, well, do you go to your job and you say, wait, man, I sure hope I keep it. I sure hope I continue to get a paycheck. You'd never say that. You have to go to work. You have to perform. You have to meet requirements. And you get to keep your job. And if you don't perform, they replace you. And so we don't treat traditional work like that. Why should we treat a home-based business like that? And remember, we talked about yesterday how you have that mirror in front of your face. And one of the biggest challenges in the industry for anybody that works for themselves, whether it's direct sales or any level of home-based business, is the fact that you have to wake up every single day and that mirror is staring at you and you have to look in the mirror and that mirror is looking back at you. And most people cannot deal with that level of reality. They'd rather go to a job, do a task, punch in the clock, do what they're supposed to do, go home, turn it off, get a paycheck, keep their job for their benefits, et cetera, et cetera. And I always say, listen, if that's your path, fantastic. No judgment here, right? But at what cost? Because you see, unless you're actively pursuing your dreams, somebody's probably hired you to fulfill theirs. And that's a grim reality. And I encourage people, I say at the very least, okay, treat your home-based business with half of the intensity that you do your current job that likely sees you as disposable. And yet we give everything we have to a career or to a job. We never miss, like I said yesterday, we never miss a sick day. We miss ball games. There's sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. We do it for years, and guess what happens? One day you wake up and they've decided to change the company, or they've changed the direction of things. They've closed a whole division down, or suddenly there's a box on your desk. And there's a level of disposability that's just not worth hinging your entire life on it. People live where they live, have the kids go to school where they go, buy the house, buy the cars, scale according to this career or this job that is promising you, right? So we think that everything is going to stay the same and we're going to make sure that you're safe and you're most important to us. And yet you do everything to risk everything in your lives to hold this position. And yet the company technically risks nothing because they can always just let you go at any given time. And you've hinged everything on this career. So when I tell people, at least treat your home-based business with half of the intensity that you do the current job that sees you as disposable, I've said that for decades. And it rings truer now than it ever has. Again, to reference yesterday, that's why I wrote, ta-da, can you see it? Hold on. That's why I wrote my book, Cut It Out. Because, that's, you got to get your head straight, folks. And you have to wake up and treat it, not like, I sure hope so. I sure hope this thing could work out. It sure would be nice, etc. You can't, another big reason people don't succeed is they go into a home-based business and they throw it at the wall. And if it sticks, it sticks. And if it's successful, fantastic. And if it's not, then, well, I guess that wasn't supposed to happen. And we use this kind of logic in our entire lives, and we just cannot do that anymore. So if you have joined a home-based business, don't say to yourself or to anybody else, I sure hope it'll work out, because you don't do that in your current career. There's no hope. You go there and you perform. And you risk everything to hope that you're not going to get let go. even if you do everything right and sacrifice everything. So it's one of those things where we talked about a home-based business gives you a little more control of your life, which is the real goal, and it's designed to be to providing extraordinary products. And if your home-based business or working for yourself has a business component to it, then obviously that is an extremely attractive part of it, because let that be a wind in your sail and let that bolster you and let it be an income stream. They call it income streams for a reason. A lake doesn't fill up because of one tiny stream. It's multiple streams. There's multiple streams that go back into the ocean. It's income streams, plural. And allow it to serve you and your family. If you're called to do something else or your passion is somewhere else, fantastic. Then let a home-based business just be another cog in the wheel, just another gear, if you will, to make your pedaling easier for whatever it is your goals are. So I just want to say, don't say, I sure hope so. It sure would be nice. Let's stick it at the wall. If it all works out, it was meant to happen. And yet we would never think like that in a million years. You wouldn't think like that in the military. You wouldn't think like that in marriage. You wouldn't think like that in a career. But we join a home-based business and we sure hope so. And folks, if I may be honest, if that is your mindset, that may be the problem. Success rarely happens to people that just hope so. It happens to people that have cognitive resoluteness and deliberate action and systematic application. And over time, you'll see the change you're looking for, because this industry works, but it works for those that work it. All right? I told you I'd get on a video tonight, and I wanted to keep my word a little bit before 10 o'clock Central Time. So blessings. May this stuff help you as you get wound down for the night, and I will see you on tomorrow's video, okay? Bye, guys.